is Smart Consulting Sourcing, the only podcast about consulting procurement or how to buy consulting services. You'll get tips on how to use consulting, buy consulting, and managing the consulting. And now your host, Ellen Lafitte.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Smart Consulting Sourcing, the only podcast about consulting procurement. I'm Ellen, and today is our new episode on our series, How to Buy Consulting Services Like a Pro. I'm going to explain how to set the background of your company in your RFP. Exciting, right? But before that, let me tell you what you missed from last week's episode. We talked about how you're not making a purchase, but rather solving a problem. And when you're looking for a vendor of a consultant for your project, don't get too hung up on the specific means they propose to use. Instead, focus on the expected outcomes and the benefits you expect from the project. So before you jump into the RFP process, it's important to set the stage, give some background about your company and the environment you operate in, unless, of course, you're only working with consulting firms you already know. I have an opinion on that, but I won't share that today. And that will help potential consultants understand the bigger picture and tailor their proposal accordingly. And remember that consulting projects are rarely one-dimensional. So it's important to understand the technical and political implications of a project to design a solution that's customized to your needs. So make sure you're communicating the context of the assignment very clearly. Next, you need to lay out your goals and objective in plain English. Spell out the benefits and the deliverables you expect from the projects, as well as any constraints you're facing. This will help potential consultants understand what you're trying to achieve and how they can help. And finally, be transparent about the RFP process. Let consultants know what to expect, what you're looking for in their proposals, and how you'll be making your decision. And if I may add, teach the tough procurement guy act. It's so last year. Be approachable and open to collaboration. After all, you want to work with these people, but you also want them to understand your needs and to help you achieve your goals, right? So check out the Smart Consulting Sourcing episode from last week. You will find it on all the usual suspects, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, that have our podcast available. If you're more interested in reading the full transcript, it's accessible on our thought leadership section on our website, consultingquest.com. Now, today, I'm taking you on an epic quest to help you find your right consultant. So we'll be journeying through Middle Earth to set the background of your company, which is the first step in the RFP quest. Now that we've set the stage of our adventure, it's time to start packing our bags with the essentials we'll need for the journey ahead, right? So in the case of consulting, that means crafting the request for a proposal and have it clearly communicates our objectives and goals to potential consultants. So we need to ensure that the consultants we choose understand the parallel path we're on, has the skills to navigate it, and is a true companion on the road. So think of it like crafting a map to Mordor. It needs to be clear, concise, and accurate. As we continue on our quest, we come across a crucial part of the journey, which is setting the background of your company. At Consulting Quest, we consider that step a core requirement because it helps potential consultants understand who you are, the environment you operate in, and the challenges you face. Today, we'll be exploring how a fictitious world leader in personal lines, property, and casualty insurance in Europe, that we very originally called Insurance Co., navigates the process of improving their risk organization efficiency. So we'll dive deep into the detail of this project as they craft the RFP for their bid process. So keep your ears open and take notes, because this example will be used also next week when we'll set the context of the assignment. Now back to our company background. It should be nice and short, but if you're not familiar with the consulting firms you want to invite to the bid, you may want to provide more background about your company, your business units, or your department, and how it fits into the grand schemes of things, and because this will help level the playing field and introduce new players to the competition. Understanding the background of a company is very important to identify potential comparable projects and clients in consultants' past experience. And it helps them understand the lay of the land and navigate the twists and turns ahead. So let's start by giving a high-level presentation of your company, footprint, industry, and even some of your financials to provide an overview for our potential consultants. So let's apply this to Insurance Co. It could sound like this. So Insurance Co. is a world leader in personal lines property and casualty insurance in Europe, serving more than 25 million households. Founded in 1920, Insurance Co. has been dedicated to protecting our customers from life's uncertainties and preparing them for the future for almost 100 years. Headquartered in Germany, Insurance Co. is present in 15 countries across Europe and generated $150 billion in total assets in 2022. Now, we are familiar with the company's mission and market positioning, as well as its footprints and financial. See, that was easy. But wait, of course, there's more to it. There's more to it than just a high-level company presentation that you could find at any company or corporate website. To really give consultants a complete picture, you want to dive deeper into who exactly the client is for this project. And that means describing the business or the department in detail, including everything from your footprint to your reporting lines. Because this information is crucial for consultants to understand how your company operates and how this project fits into the larger picture. So don't hold back. Share everything that might be relevant to the project. See that? The keyword is relevant, right? So for instance, for a fictional case with Insurance Co., we have identified the risk and compliance team as the client for the project. So that's the group that you need to describe in your background. So it could sound like this. The risk and compliance team is the department in charge of risk management activities at the group level. It is responsible for identifying, assessing, and mitigating potential risks that could impact the organization's operations, reputation, and financial stability. The group is composed of 10 employees, mostly based in Germany, operating in a decentralized manner. So it's also important to consider how this project fits into Insurance Co.'s overall strategy. So are there any strategic ambitions or initiatives that this project aligns with? If the company is in the midst of a merger or a transformation or have a huge regulation coming up, it's crucial to explain how this project fits into the larger picture and how consultants can help achieve the company's goals. This information will be invaluable to potential consultants as they begin to craft their proposal. But before we move on, I want to emphasize that there's no need to write a novel or Lord of the Rings books for your company background. Most of this information is publicly available, with the exception of any details about the specific group or department. The key here is to strike a balance between providing enough information to level the playing field while also testing the consultant's ability to understand your business and do the homework. So be mindful of the amount of information you share. A skilled consultant procurement leader knows how to provide just enough information to assess a consultant's ability to understand the business and determine if they are the right fit for the project. So as we draw this discussion to a close, there is a final point worthy of consideration. So it's no secret that some confidential information may be held within your organization, but it should not pass beyond those doors, right? It's important to carefully consider what information is necessary to include in the RFP and what can or need to be kept internal. And if there's any confidential details that need to be included, it's crucial to ensure that any consulting firms invited to participate in your bid have signed a non-disclosure agreement or have a solid confidentiality clause in their master service agreement with your organization. So keep all sensitive content well guarded for peace of mind moving forward. Now, as Gandalf said, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. And so it was decided. Today we uncovered and explained your company background, but alas, the day passes quickly when you're having fun like this. At least I am having fun. So next week, you can look forward to diving into the context of your project together. To summarize today's episode, here are the key points to remember. Companies often overlook the importance of describing their background before diving into the details of their RFPs. Yet beginning with an even playing field is essential to ensure that all who receive your invitation, be it potential consultants or existing partners, have equal access and understanding. Taking this extra step can make a world of difference in how successful your project outcome will be. So a comprehensive background of the company should be included in order to provide a thorough understanding of its industry, geographical reach, and financials. And don't forget to include information on the department responsible for this project alongside any other relevant information. Furthermore, it's essential to explain how this particular project ties into the larger objective and vision of your organization. And, while it may sound intimidating, consulting sourcing experts know exactly how to find the ideal balance between too much information and not enough. And reaching this equilibrium is attained through repetition. Experience truly pays off in these scenarios. So you might find yourself asking if it's necessary to include confidential information in the background of a project. And the answer is simple, yes, so long as it is relevant to the matter at hand. And prior to incorporating any sensitive data, however, be sure that you have signed an NDA or confidentiality clause within your MSA so as to protect both parties involved. That's it. Have you noticed this was the theme episode? So my youngest son has long been a diehard fan of the Lord of the Rings, and I wanted to make him smile. So hopefully you had as much pleasure listening as I did crafting it. And if not, don't worry. Just let me know your favorite movie or book, and I'll give you a personalized joke in another episode. That's all for today. We have only just begun our exploration of creating the ideal RFP for consulting. Next week, we'll take a deep dive into how to describe the context of your project. And as with this week, I will provide real-world cases so you can better comprehend what it should look like in practice. Thus, come prepared with pen and paper. This lesson is loaded with data and useful tips to kickstart your journey. Till then, stay safe and happy sourcing. And you have any questions regarding today's topic or any consulting procurement related topic, actually, remember you can always contact me directly on LinkedIn or by email because I'm always game for a chat. Bye and see you next week. Au revoir.
You've been listening to Smart Consulting Sourcing, the only podcast about consulting procurement. We hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, hit the website at consultingquest.com. Find us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. For questions and comments, send an email to ellen.lafitte@consultingquest.com. See you next time.